shout out goes to Charles and his gaming wrestling YouTube channel called Video Game XD. And together, we are just both too sweet.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the PowerKast Progression Radio with Power, brought to you by XD Sports, right here on Video Game XD. Tonight, I'm going solo, you guys. Charles is here for your wrestling news. Wrestling. Yep, wrestling, baby. WWE, AEW, all that good stuff.
What?
So, this past weekend was WrestleMania. WrestleMania 40, baby. XL. Are we going to do a review on it? Probably. Me and Jeremiah might do it. Marky Mark did not watch it, but I did. Me and my buddy Jalen. Shout out to Jalen. And I believe Jeremiah watched it. So we might do a review of that, maybe. Wasn't the best WrestleMania I've ever seen. Really wasn't. I know WWE, they sit there and fabricate it like it was the greatest WrestleMania of all time because I am the game, Triple H, the King of Kings. No, it really wasn't Triple H. No, it really wasn't. But Cody won the belt, and that was amazing. It had a 10 out of 10 ending, I will say. The ending was 10 out of 10. Like, damn. I popped up out of my seat, and I actually have a confession here tonight on the PowerKast. Yes, breaking news, but we'll get to that later. All right, so let's talk about this new era of WWE. Triple H says there's a new era. Paul Levesque. So at WrestleMania, Cody won the belt. Okay, it was great. It was a great moment. I'm glad he won it, even though he should have won it last year. But whatever, he won it this year. I'm happy for Cody. It was a pretty damn good match. Great moment. But just because Cody is your new champion doesn't mean to me that means this is a new era. I'm feeling it so far. I felt it at Mania, like, okay. But then I watched Raw last couple previously on Monday, which was the 8th, was actually a couple days ago. So let's do this little Raw review here. I watched it. I gave it a chance. Because, I don't watch Raw like I used to back in the day. I don't watch SmackDown weekly anymore because I don't know. After the PG era, I took a hiatus from WWE. I wasn't feeling the PG era. Then I got back into it during the reality era, which I thought was a lot better. And then I catch it when I get the time with WWE, Back in the day, I was a diehard WWE fan. I loved WWE back then. Was my life. Seriously, I was addicted. Literally addicted, like a needle in my vein to WWE back in the Attitude and Ruthless days. I loved it back then, loved it. With the PG era, with the John Cena and the PG stuff really ruined it for me. It's like Vince created wrestling, but he also kind of ruined it for me.
What?
But I don't know. So I watched Raw. I'm hearing it's a new era, So it starts off with Rock and Cody. Cody comes out there, does his speech. And then The Rock comes out with his badass entrance, and I love The Rock's new entrance. Team Bring It, baby. Charles Team Bring It is back. Love it, love it. So The Rock came out there. In this promo, I'm not even shitting you. It was like, I believe it was like 30 to 45 minutes, this promo. damn. Most people said it was really too long. I mean, Cody just won the belt, so it was kind of like a stare down kind of thing. So I think I didn't have a problem with it because The Rock and Cody are great. I mean, yeah, it was a time waster, but he just won the belt for the very first time, so it's like I didn't really have a problem with it. I thought it was a badass stare down kind of thing, and The Rock gave him something in his hand, and then he says he's coming back eventually to face Cody. So eventually, we're gonna get a Rock and Cody feud. So that's good. That would be pretty cool. But it was a good promo. Jennifer, my girl, she thought it was boring. She's like, I don't know, it was boring. It's too long. Whatever. I thought it was a good kind of thing with The Rock and Cody, but definitely a time waster though because we're already 45 minutes into the show. Then we get I don't know, I'm butchering his name, but he faced Shinsuke Nakamura. And this was actually, I'm not going to lie. Like I've said, WWE, they're not rough anymore. WWE's not stiff how I want them. Make some impact. Where's the impact? Make contact. I always say that about WWE. Because in this day and age, not all their guys, not all of them, but there are wrestlers who do not make contact, do not stiff each other like they used to back in the day. Because WWE is overly safe. They don't want to get injured. No injuries, which I understand. You don't want injuries. But you know what? There was less injuries back in the day compared to this era, if you actually look that up. So being safe isn't always the case, you know. But I got to say, they were stiff. They were very stiff and rough in this match. I could feel the impact. You could feel the kicks from Shinsuke Nakamura. You could feel like, damn, these guys are really selling this match. Pretty good damn opener match. I liked it. Pretty fucking good. This is the style I want on a weekly basis. This is the kind of match I want to see. Like, damn. So I had no problem with that match. The next thing we got going on here, Judgment Day came out. And then Damian Priest is your new world champion. And I gotta say, I do like Damian Priest. Seems like he'd be a good world champion. Finally got the belt. He cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania, which awesome for him. Personally, I think they fucked over Drew McIntyre, and I know in the storyline, like he did the suck it on the table, and it was like fuck you. Oh, he deserved it. Yeah, in the story that makes sense. But as a business, fucking over Drew McIntyre, I don't know. I think he's been busting his ass in the WWE. I think he's got the look. I think he's got the in-ring ability. And when he lost it to Damian, I felt bad for the guy. I do feel bad for um, Drew McIntyre because damn, I think he deserves that belt. I don't know, maybe a little more than Damian Priest. Maybe I like them both though. I like Damian and McIntyre, but damn, like Drew deserves a belt too. Damn, come on, man. He could have went over to AEW. He could have left, but I don't know. I guess they don't see it in Drew McIntyre right now, so they gave it to Damian. But anyways, back to Raw. Judgment Day comes out there, which if you guys know my opinion on the Judgment Day, you know, it started off with Edge, and he was actually making this a serious group. And I don't mind the Judgment Day in WWE. They got the dark, like goth shit going on there. I dig it. But it's so like comedy. There's comedy thrown in there, which I don't. Why the comedy? Why? I wanted it to be a more serious kind of group with Edge. And they turned it into comedy. So now they got R-Truth. R-Truth is thrown in there doing dancing around and smiling and all that crap with the title belt and being like basically acting like a little kid. He's acting like an immature dumb kid. Like an immature like doing this stupid stuff. And some people love it, some people think it's funny. Great. If you do, great. I think it's juvenile, it's stupid, it's dumb. Like it just makes Judgment Day look like a joke. And that's the style of WWE I don't like. I don't find that entertaining. I think it's dumb. I think it's really stupid. But I know some people might like it. That's great. If you do, great. I think it's kind of stupid. You're diluting the Judgment Day by doing that. WWE. But anyways, so I mean, it was all right, I guess, the promo, and I'm just like, okay. And then, oh, we got this match. R-Truth. No, was it? Yeah, it was Awesome Truth. The Miz and R-Truth. God, I hate these new tag team names. Awesome Truth. And then John Cena came out there, and then they faced the Judgment Day. So yeah, once again, we got to rely on John Cena here. Yep, it's a new era, but we're still relying on John Cena as a draw. Okay, so John Cena comes out, does the attitude adjustment. I mean, hey, if you need him for ratings, I get it. If you need Cena for them ratings, so I mean, it was cool seeing Cena just come out there like, it was pretty cool. But you're still relying on Cena, guys like R-Truth here and The Miz. But this is supposed to be a new era. Okay, whatever. And then from there, I started to go on my phone, started to get bored. Commercial, all that crap. And then Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell. This match, I don't even remember this match, honestly. I think I was on my phone by this. Boring, didn't care. And then we have Sami Zayn was interrupted by Imperium during his Raw Intercontinental Championship. I think Sami Zayn came out there to celebrate his Intercontinental title, and then the Imperium came out and then dissed him. They said Sami Zayn looks like a bum as your new Intercontinental Champion, because if y'all didn't know, he won the belt at WrestleMania this past weekend from Gunther, which held it for 666 days. Damn, the devil's number, baby.
What?
I don't know how people feel about that, but damn, that's kind of weird. But I'm glad for Sami Zayn, new Intercontinental Champion. I love Sami Zayn. To me, he's like the new Mick Foley, honestly. He reminds me of Mick Foley, I should say. Their style in the ring's totally different, but I love Sami Zayn, great. But they have a match, Imperium versus Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. See, I don't give a shit. I don't care about Chad Gable. I don't. I don't. To me, he's not a draw. He's not selling tickets. He doesn't get me to want to watch Raw every week. I don't care about Chad Gable. I don't. Maybe some people like this dude. I don't give a shit. I don't care about Chad Gable. I don't. I'm not a Chad Gable fan. I don't care. To me, he's somebody that you would see wrestle on like Main Event, or like Velocity back in the day. I mean, I don't care about Chad Gable. I like Sami Zayn. He's a draw. He's a big guy. He's a big star. But Imperium, I mean, I like Gunther, but Imperium, I don't care. I mean, maybe they're great in the ring, but it's like I just don't care. I'm not a fan of these guys. I haven't seen enough of their work for me to be like, dude, I gotta watch Raw tonight, Imperium, bro. I don't know. But I mean, they're good like goons for Gunther, I guess. But I don't know. It's like I didn't care about this match. I didn't care. And then we got the next Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green. And I'm glad Jade is in WWE. I know she's doing good and everything, and she has the look, has the style. I have no problem with Jade. She's actually doing really good right now. But it was a squash match. Okay, let's be honest. It was a squash match. It was only like a minute long, or not, maybe less than a minute. Just did a couple moves and then beat this bitch's ass, and then did her like lick thing she does or whatever. Yep. So I'm like, whatever. And then we got Drew McIntyre's coming out here irate. I remember this. And then bitching. And then Jey Uso's coming out to attack Drew McIntyre. And then, no, it was a fatal four-way match. My bad. They had a fatal four-way match. Bronson Reed, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. And then CM Punk. CM Punk was out there on commentary. I got to say, right now, CM Punk, he's not having a bad run in WWE. He's not. I'm actually enjoying him just being a shit talker, because at the end of the day, CM Punk is a good shit talker. He is. He knows how to talk shit. He's great on the mic. It's not that I don't hate CM Punk's character. I think he's actually a good spokesman. He knows how to talk. I actually like his character, CM Punk. I like it. I just don't like him as a person. I think in reality he is a dick, and he can create a toxic work environment. But that's why a lot of people like him, because he's a dick. Me, I think, I don't know, man. It's like I like his character on TV, but like his personality and reality and how he creates a toxic work environment and gets people suspended and fired. Like I don't like that. So it kind of puts a shitty taste in my mouth about CM Punk as a human. But anyways, they had a fatal four way, and I think it was all right. But once again, it's like I'm on my phone. See, that's the problem with Monday Night Raw nowadays. It's like I'm on my phone. I'm not paying attention. Like back in the day, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're an attitude boomer." Ruthless aggression. Yeah, because the ratings were the highest ever back then for a reason, because it was a good fucking show. Some of the best storylines, best wrestlers, best gimmicks, best angles, best matches were from Ruthless Aggression, Attitude, New Generation, 80s era, Golden era. Some of the best time to be a fan was back then, arguably. I get it. It's not back in the day anymore, but it's hard to compare WWE to back in the day because that's what you know. That's what you grew up with. But this match, I don't know. Maybe it was an all right match, but it's like I don't know. I'm just like this Raw. It's been okay. It's okay. Like that's it. It's all right. There's nothing that made me go, dude. I gotta watch Monday Night Raw next week, fam. Dude, I gotta get the boys over. Like I did not. I didn't care. I really didn't. WrestleMania was decent. Night 2 was good. Night 1 was boring as shit. But Night 2 was actually great. But this Raw, I'm just like I don't see a new era. Do you guys see a new era of WWE? Triple H doesn't even have a name. He doesn't even have a name for this era. He called it the Paul Levesque era. Is that what we're calling this? There's no name to it. Nothing. So I mean, if you're relying on John Cena, relying on CM Punk here, I mean, The Rock's coming out there. How is this a new era? Other than Cody Rhodes being world champion, how is this a new era? The show is still PG, because I know there was talk this week about WWE. It might go back to TV 14, brah. This is a new. They're cussing on Mania. Yeah, they were cussing on Mania. They were, but that's because it's WrestleMania. Now we're back to the same old WWE. It still feels like WWE. You still got the TV PG logo in the corner. I don't see TV 14. Maybe once they might go to Netflix, they might change that. I hope. But we're still in this PG shit. So to me, it's still the PG era. As long as you have that PG logo, every time I turn on Monday Night Raw, it's still PG. It's still the PG era to me. I don't care. Even the reality era, like it still was PG. So I don't know. It's just like WWE. It still feels like WWE. It's still the same vibe. It's still like they're relying on cinematic stuff and entertainment and filler, promo, filler, talking. I feel like I hear more talking. I'm watching more of that commercial ads than watching actual wrestling. Like this is a 3-hour program, and there's maybe three matches, something like that. Let's see. We got Nakamura. We had the women's match, the Sami Zayn, that match, and then Jade Cargill. I don't even count the Jade as a match because it was a squash. And we had the Fatal Four. I don't know. I guess it's a decent amount of matches, but I'm not into modern Raw anymore. I'm not into modern Raw. I'm not. Like every time I give it a chance, every time I'm trying to, man, WWE's getting better. It's like this is I realize though. I realize it's my taste in wrestling. My taste has changed. And here's the thing. I know a lot of people, obviously WWE is number 1. It's clear as day AEW is second. We know this. But more people enjoy cinematic. They enjoy sports entertainment over watching a good wrestling product. And that's the bottom line of it. More people want to watch WWE and see the storylines and promos and talking and ads than an actual wrestling show. I mean, Paul Levesque saying this is wrestling again. Where? Most of this Raw, I was like promo, board, commercial, talking, and then the matches itself, they were decent. They were okay. I watch Dynamite every week. They're putting on an actual wrestling show, match after match after match, not talking for 35 fucking minutes. Okay? It's just I enjoy Dynamite's wrestling style better than the WWE. I think they put on a better wrestling program. Whereas WWE, to me, it's still the entertainment vibe, which a lot of people like it. More people actually like it than like I felt like kind of like after the PG era, once that era came in, a new group of wrestling fans started watching because Vince McMahon sold the company out to the masses, right? WWE is the Disney or the Marvel of wrestling, and they wanted to be sports entertainment, and they want everybody to watch their show, everybody, as long as they get their money and their ratings. Whereas AEW, AEW and TNA, their target demographic is a certain crowd. They actually want to put on wrestling shows, not just cinematic entertainment shit. And that's actually why I enjoy more like TNA and AEW because I don't want to just see talking and promo and ads and talk and less wrestling and that. But a lot of people love WWE. I'm convinced they're probably always going to be number one. Honestly, they're always going to be number one because they want to see the Marvel shit of wrestling. They don't want to see actual 5-star matches every week. They would rather see a guy talk, come out there and do a match for 3 minutes, an okay match, and then oh my god, that was the greatest show of all time. That's the WWE crowd for you. Not everybody, of course. Not everybody is like that, but there's a big proportion of fans who turn on Raw to see the drama. They watch it for the drama and the promo, and once an actual match is happening, they're not even watching. They're not. You can see it. Look at the crowd. Every time Raw comes on, look at the crowd. They're sitting there on their phones or just looking around. Huh? They're bored. The fans aren't going crazy anymore. Unless maybe Cena comes out there for his entrance. Maybe that, but I don't know. That's what people like. So it is what it is. Me, I want to see more like how WCW shit was back in the day. WCW was more, yeah, they did their promos here and there. There was some backstage stuff, but WCW, at least from the Nitro era, from like 96, 95 to like 98, it felt more of like a wrestling show rather than just the cinematic sports entertainment stuff compared to the WWF, what the WWF was doing at the time. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're all wrestling fans, though. It's all good. If you like WWE, great. Right now, I don't see a new era. I don't. I don't see a new era. To me, it still feels like WWE. It's the same shit. I don't know. So, if you disagree, leave me a comment though. We'll talk about it. So yeah, I'm not feeling the new era. Anyways, uh, now let's get to the CM Punk. Yeah, good old CM Punk. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like that guy. Yep. I still don't like him. Uh apparently on Dynamite tonight, April 11th, man. I mean, no, excuse me, April 10th. It's past 12 o'clock now. On Dynamite tonight, they showed the All In footage of last year All In, record breaking crowd they did it. Ooh, All In, Wembley Stadium, baby. But tonight on Dynamite, they showed the footage of when CM Punk got into a fight with Jack Perry. Jungle Boy. And they wanted to air it tonight because in a recent interview, it was on a podcast. CM Punk was talking mad shit about AEW. Said Tony Khan's a clown, he's a joke. They're not a real business per se.
What?
Apparently AEW is not a real business. They just like to put on good wrestling matches, and that's all they care about, you know. They're not about making money. So what you're telling me is WWE is just about money and they don't care about good wrestling matches? Is that what you're telling me? Well, that makes sense. That makes total sense of why I don't like Raw anymore, because it's not about good wrestling anymore. It's just the dollar bill to them. So anyways. Yeah, they aired it tonight. A lot of people disagreed on this decision. I was looking up people and they're saying, why do this? It's kind of petty. It's kind of petty on AEW's, because it was a long time ago. Who cares? CM Punk's in WWE. Why do they give a shit? Why do they give a shit what CM Punk is doing last year? Like, can we move forward here? Is this going to shoot ourselves in the foot? Why do this? Well, my guess, Tony Khan's probably pissed off. Tony Khan's probably mad what he said about AEW, and he has to defend his company, his product. He could have just ignored it. But I get it. I mean, I can ignore things too, but sometimes, you know, if you knew a motherfucker, if you knew somebody and they really backstabbed you, sometimes you got to bring it up. I get it. And you know, he felt dissed by CM Punk and that the latest interview, you know, all that drama. So I kind of don't blame Tony Khan, but we're trying to get this new Dynamite era going, you know, and you know, because they have the new stage set up there, and it looks pretty dope. They're trying to do like a new era of Dynamite, but now you're going back to WWE references. You're going back to CM Punk. It's like, is that really a good idea? But they aired it tonight, the Young Bucks, but then they turned it into a storyline with FTR, because even FTR came out there after it was aired and was like, why are we talking about this? That was a long time ago, blah blah blah. So obviously they implemented it in the storyline to make it sound like they weren't butthurt in all actual reality about it. But they obviously, AEW, Tony Khan, they care about what WWE thinks of them. They care. They obviously care a lot. It bothers them, which I don't know. To me, at this point, they should just be ignoring the WWE and just do their own thing, but they're not ignoring it. And I watched it. Sam Punk, I mean, it looked like Jack Perry was just in his face. I don't know if he was talking shit. I don't know. I try to understand the full story of it all and CM Punk's side of it. There's two sides to each story. It's a two-way street. I get it, but it looked like Jungle Boy was just kind of standing there after his match, and then CM Punk was kind of in his face. And then like Punk just shoved him on the ground, and then he kind of looked like he choked him out or something. And I don't know. If a guy did that to me, I would defend myself and fight back. So I mean, it is what it is. But they aired it. They aired it tonight live on Dynamite. Yeah.
What?
What did this do for AEW? I don't know. Hopped on the internet the next day. Everybody's like, why? Why did they do that's? Is Tony Khan trying to shoot himself in the foot here? What is the point? How does this help CM Punk? How does this ruin CM Punk? People still love CM Punk. They're cheering him. AEW tonight, they were cheering him in the crowd, and yeah. So obviously AEW fans still love CM Punk. They still love him, even though they were talking shit about him before. Yeah, when he got fired from AEW, does anybody remember this? They were all talking shit about CM Punk. Oh, what does this guy want? He's a crybaby, blah blah blah. And now, since he's made his WWE return, now, yay, CM Punk! I was always a fan. Yeah, yeah. So they all cheered CM Punk. Did nothing for AEW. People are saying that tonight was one of the worst Dynamites ever. One of the worst Dynamites ever. I disagree. It was an okay Dynamite. It wasn't horrible. I mean, there was some decent matches on there. I mean, it kept my attention. Whereas Raw this week didn't. So once again, it's just my taste. I just prefer AEW what they're doing over there. But I get it. People love their basic ass WWE. I mean, I like their pay-per-views. Pay-per-views are great from WWE. Their pay-per-views ain't bad. But Raw, damn. Not my cup of tea anymore, honestly. Unless they can change it. Unless during the Netflix deal, if they change shit around and this new era emerges, but I don't feel it right now. But yeah, I don't know what this does for AEW. I really don't. It was Tony Khan's decision to do this. So we'll see. We'll see if it affects AEW and the ratings. But I even talked to Mark, and Mark's like, dude, bruv. It wouldn't surprise me if AEW goes out of business. People just love their fucking WWE, and that's just how it is. They like their sports entertainment over pro wrestling. So, I mean, I don't know. And even Will Ospreay did a diss, another shot at WWE, diss Triple H. There was a something of along the lines. Triple H had an interview stating, "Will Ospreay, I'm glad I didn't pick up that guy. You want to know why? Because he's bitching about our schedule, WWE's schedule. So I'm glad I didn't pick him up. You know." And then Will Ospreay heard about it, so tonight he kind of did a little promo on Triple H, and yeah, said he just got to where he's at by screwing the boss's daughter, which is an old diss. Honestly, it's kind of an old diss, but it is true. I mean, so Will Ospreay did a shot at Triple H tonight. I don't know. I'm reading up comments on the online. People are saying Dynamite is doomed. Dynamite is doomed, and that was a stupid Dynamite tonight. It sucked. Now, does this mean this is the demise of Dynamite? Does this mean this is the demise of AEW happening right before our eyes? I don't know. Maybe. I hope not, because I prefer Dynamite way over Raw. I can't speak for SmackDown because I haven't watched SmackDown in a long time, but Raw, I give it chances from time to time, and it's boring. Compared to back in the day, it's boring. It's not the same Raw that I grew up with. It's not. It's not the same Raw. You're a boomer. Stop comparing it to back in the day. Okay, well, give me a good show, and I want to have to compare it to back in the day. Okay, give me a great show. I'm taking 3 hours out of a Monday for a Monday Night Raw. Give me a great show. Because, the show used to be great. Now it's just okay. It's not horrible. It's not great. It's just okay. This is supposed to be Monday Night Raw. Like, give me a good show. Great. I want to see a great Raw that I will remember to my deathbed. Like, come on. And they give me an okay show. You know what? Dynamite, I'll tell you this right now. And this is just my taste. Dynamite at their worst entertains me more than Monday Night Raw these days. It does. It does. And that is just my I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I would rather see a Dynamite that's TV-14. They're not afraid to do moves, certain moves. They're not afraid to show some blood. They're not afraid to cuss and do some storylines I'm actually interested in over R-Truth coming out there acting like a little kid and a 45-minute promo with The Rock and a main event I don't really give a shit about because CM Punk's in it. You know? But that is that. I mean, that's all I got to really say tonight about this new era, Dynamite, and what Tony Khan's doing over there. And one last thing, I have to add this in here. At WrestleMania, John Cena came out in the storyline. He helped out Cody Rhodes. Cena actually passed the torch. Seriously passed the torch to Cody Rhodes. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, damn. Did I just see what I seen?
What?
Cena actually came out there and passed it to Cody Rhodes. Like, Cena's not barely in the business anymore. He's in Hollywood. We don't have to endure him every fucking week like the 07 days. That was annoying. But I'm like, you know what? I seriously think I'm over John Cena. Like, I'm over the hate of John Cena. Like, I couldn't stand the guy back in the day. Couldn't stand how he was shoved down my throat. But I actually popped. I popped. Yes, I popped for John Cena. That is the first time I popped for Cena since maybe 05.
What?
That's a long time ago. What was that, like 20 years ago or something like that? That was a long time ago. And I'm like, you know what? He finally passed the torch, and that's all I wanted him to do. That's all I wanted from John Cena to do was pass the torch and get out of my face and get off my screen and give it to somebody else. And Cody, I hope he runs with the belt. I hope he takes his ball and runs with it. And props to Roman Reigns, too. Props to Roman Reigns. One of the best heels of this generation. He really was. Way better than John Cena ever was to me. He will go down in history as one of the best. He carried WWE through COVID. He was actually one of the better things about WWE for me. He actually made me want to watch the pay-per-views and the Bloodline. And I'm not an active WWE fan anymore like I used to be. But he actually put some like edge in wrestling again. Like, for real. Man, where the fuck was he during 08? I would have loved it. No John Cena, we had Roman back then. I would have loved it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got to really talk about tonight on the PowerKast Progression Radio with Power. Hope you guys enjoyed this solo episode with yours truly, Charles, tonight. Don't worry, we're coming back with more episodes with Marky Mark. We got more guests coming tonight. More talk about pro wrestling, less drama. I mean, yeah, drama's in wrestling, but less bullshit, that we got to endure by others. Dissing the PKP, baby. You know how they do. We don't need it. Anyways, I'm Charles. We will see you on the next PowerKast Progression Radio with Power. Peace.
The PowerKast Progression Radio.